change it to cube for whatever reason. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of LJ's Garage. I am sitting in a 2024 Hyundai Santa Cruz, and this one is the XRT trim. It screams adventure, it screams capable, it screams I might do some gardening on the weekend. When it comes to people who want trucks and SUVs and things like that, I'm surprised the amount of people who pass this up. People just don't want to accept the truth and realize that this is probably what they actually need. If you guys saw some of the footage, I do have like a Gladiator and a Rebel and a 1500 near me. And those are some pretty good sized trucks, a little bit more beefy, manly, rugged than the Santa Cruz. However, the Santa Cruz does a lot of the things that those things can do, and almost a little bit better and a lot more practical for everyday usage. So it really doesn't have much competition. The Ford Maverick, the Honda Ridgeline, those are really it. So the market on these is kind of tough, and most people just go Tacoma if they want a small truck. But this is actually a little bit awesome because this is for people who want a car SUV that happens to have a truck bed. They don't want the truck experience, they want the car SUV experience, but with a truck bed. You know, that's how I tell myself. So I've reviewed the Santa Cruz a few times now, so I'm going to do this one pretty efficiently, inside, outside, talk about some key features, and let you guys know what I think is still good, bad, or ugly in the Santa Cruz. It's funny, I actually do really like the Santa Cruz, but the things that I would want to buy in tow, I actually probably would need a 1500 or something along those lines. Depending on which engine option you go with, 3,500 to 5,000 pound towing capacity. So it's actually really good when you consider that this gets great gas mileage, has a powerful engine, and is able to do all these things while still being comfortable and easy to drive. So the Santa Cruz comes with two different engine options. One is a 2.5 liter turbo, and the other one is a 2.5 liter 4-cylinder non-turbocharged. The base engine makes 191 horsepower and 181 foot-pounds of torque. And that one comes with an 8-speed automatic transmission. Now the turbocharged engine will be 281 horsepower and 311 foot-pounds of torque. And that comes with a dual clutch transmission. So this SAV, the sports adventure vehicle, is actually pretty fun. So if you get this with the dual clutch, I've driven it, it's fantastic. It's not a race car dual clutch in the sense that it's aggressive and peppy and all that, but it does shift really well, delivers power great, all-wheel drive. This thing it's fantastic and easy to drive. It's just an awesome city mobile. I can't say that enough, that when it comes to this being somewhat of a car crossover SUV, it does that part without compromise. As I said, gas mileage being pretty good is 19 city, 27 highway, and so 22 combined, somewhere in that ballpark. So good numbers. But yeah, let's hop outside. As I'm hopping out, I just want to show you guys these little running boards. They're pretty awesome because they, you know, they're not really needed, but they look nice. As you can see, I'm that close to the ground anyways. So the running boards are kind of nice, running steps, whatever you want to call those. They get the job done, and they add a nice little bit of flair to this. You'll see that the XRT is going to have these special wheels, as well as that red little orange cap thing that's right on there. That's a special feature of the XRT. And over at the front, you'll notice that you've got this typical Hyundai grille that is in line with the rest of their lineup. Everything looks good. You're going to have these fender flares that give it a nice beefy look. And if you look right here, you'll see a little Santa Cruz. But this thing is made for California and designed in California, inspired by California, you know, and they're really proud of it. So proud that it says right here, designed in California. So if you're wondering, this is not designed to go after people in Texas who love their big trucks. This is for the lifestyle people who do enjoy going off-road camping, but they also know that they don't need a truck every single day of the week, and instead they need something that just has this nice little 4.5 foot bed of sorts. And take a look at that, good space. But in here you're gonna have these little compartments, and you can open these up. You can see you got an outlet in there, so nice little bit of storage. Lock these up to keep things kind of waterproof. You got a light back here, as well as this cool tonneau cover, which let me go ahead and I can do that. You can pull this little tonneau cover. Ugh. And bam bam. So let me go ahead and close this up. Whoops, I bumped the tonneau cover. Just kidding. But yeah, you get the point. The other thing that they've done is they've put tie downs all along this, and so it's a very usable bed. If you look in the back corner right there as well, you'll see that you've got more tie down points. So even though it isn't the largest bed, it's practical and they do their best with it. You even got these to allow you to tie things down right here. So lots of capability. So as you can see here, this is the one with the tonneau cover pulled up. Overall though, I think this is a good looking sports activity vehicle. And it's not trying to be something that it's not. It's just trying to entertain those people that, you know, like I described earlier, this is what they're looking for. But cool taillights. I like this little Santa Cruz XRT badge, is pretty mean and aggressive. But yeah. And the cool thing with this guy is it just slides and you can just separate your compartment however you like. So you just loosen those little screws on the side. And then, oh, let me move this a little further. Alright, so now that's loose. There's a little button under here, you push that. And then under here you have a nice little storage area. And you can use that for ice as a cooler. You can use it for a little storage, whatever you want. So there's a lot of different capabilities back here. But Hyundai's killing it. This is good. Let me know what you guys think. Even though it's a small bed, do you guys think that's still practical? And then this is what everything looks like from the backside. But let me go ahead and hop in. This seat is set for me. I'm 5'9", and I have just enough room to be back here. Granted, this seat does have a little bit of a lean to it, so realistically, this is how much room I'd really have if I had the seat set for me. So a 6 foot tall person behind a 6 foot tall person wouldn't be the best thing. But here's another look of the front while I'm sitting back here. It's got a little sunroof. We can pop this open, manual sunroof. Boom, boom. Close that up. But yeah. And then I'll put the seat down, but you can see under here you got some storage, your jack, and that's that. Unfortunately, no rear climate vents, just a little storage, not even a storage cubby, it's just a little empty cutout compartment. So not much that you get back here, but you do have a place for your maps, so when you are doing adventure vehicle stuff, you can grab your map. As I'm walking around to the other side, I forgot to mention that you do have a little step right here that you can use to get in and out of the back. Not that you really need much. So here's the other side. I'm gonna fold these seats down all the way, give you guys a better look of this. So you can see the seats push back all the way. I'd say a 6'2" person sitting back here. So you can see there's plenty of room to slide this forward. The front passenger seat is manual, but if I sat here, set that to roughly about the same size as my driver's seat, and then hop back in here, you can see a little bit better on the leg room. Of course, this person will be sitting straight up and down, but it's not the worst place. It's not the best, it's not the worst. It's just right there for when you do need to carry people here and there. And then on your key itself, you're gonna have your lock, your unlock. You can lower the tailgate from there, and then you do have remote start. So it does have something, and it then does have keyless entry, so you can just open and close without ever taking the key out your pocket. And now that we're back inside, let's talk about some of these features in here. All right, so as you can see, you got some digital gauges. They're nothing crazy, but they get the job done. You can see a good bit of info in here. This button right here is programmable, so you can set it to different shortcuts. So right here, I press the button, you can see over here, it says you can add all these different shortcuts and memos to whatever you want this little button to be. And there is also one more of these favorites buttons right there. But overall, you know, navigating this is pretty easy. It's very responsive. Hyundai's been using this system for many years now, and they continue to tweak it and improve it. You do have Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. You can go into climate. You can see all that stuff from here if you really wanted to. But you have all these physical controls down here, as well as these little haptic feedback type buttons. All of it's really easy to use. I wish they stood out just a little bit because everything kind of blends together with the piano black. You'll notice down here you do have a wireless charging area, a couple different outlets and different charging points, but nothing else to really dive into as far as this goes. You got your navigation, You can go into maps. Everything is pretty awesome. Special thanks to Jeff Weiler, Jeep, Dodge, Chrysler, Kia, Dodge, all that stuff. I said Dodge twice because that's what I just reviewed, but it's all pretty nice. Special thanks to those guys for letting me come here and film some of their awesome cars. You can see they've got a bunch of Santa Cruzes. And yeah, be sure to stop in, ask for Dylan, Marcus, Cody. Any of those guys will be able to help you out. But let's go back to here. Let's talk about a couple of the different settings. Let's go into setup. And we're gonna go into vehicle. And then in here, you'll see all these different little alerts. And so these are for your driver assistance features. So you've got forward safety, click on that. And it's got active assistance, forward collision, warning only. So you can just set it to alert you if you're about to hit something, or you can set it to where it actually intervenes. You got lane safety. So here you'll have the assist or just warning. So it'll do lane keep assist or lane departure warning. However you want it, it'll do it. Blind spot monitoring, parking safety, speed limit. If you care about speeding, this will make sure that you don't go over the speed limit because it'll beep at you and let you know when you're doing something bad. But we don't do that on this channel. We don't speed. You can go into the themes and change it to cube for whatever reason, but it's there. We've got this one. I got this one. Ooh, I'm just kidding. It's pretty simple stuff. That's really all. Digital key. You do have the option to use a digital key. Click on convenience. You got wireless charging system alerts for oil change interval, rear occupant alert will let you know if there's people in the back seat so that you can remember to check so you don't forget your kids. If you hit button, this will allow you to program those 2 customizable buttons I was talking about. Other than that, the screen layout is really all, well, we already talked about that. Other than that though, there really isn't much to dive into. It's pretty easy to use, and most people aren't going to dive into all that. They're going to leave their safety features on, leave everything the way it is, and just enjoy the car for how it is. Over on this side, you got your glove box, standard there. No crazy sound systems or anything, but if you look up here, this is where I was earlier. So you got your sunroof, and unfortunately no garage door controls or anything like that. You got your SOS button. Here you're going to have your shifter. Moving past the shifter, you got a couple buttons down here we'll talk about. You do have a center locking differential, and then you do have your parking cameras. We can hit that and allow you guys to see what this looks like. So pretty decent parking cameras. Nothing outstanding, but all right. Electronic parking brake, auto brake hold, heated seats right there. And we'll go ahead and open this up so you can see you got some storage in there. Nothing else to talk about inside there. And that is it. So that's everything that you get inside the Santa Cruz. And just like that, we've walked through the Santa Cruz. So if you made it this far, thank you guys so much for watching. Overall driving experience, 8.5 out of 10. Easy, pleasurable, nice little city mobile, as I've mentioned. It is capable, it'll do some towing, it'll move some stuff. And that little bed, even though it's little, it's what most people need. Unless you're hauling some crazy stuff in the back, it's gonna fit most things. I'm honestly not, I probably could, with the tailgate down, I probably could get my motorcycle back there if I'm being honest. I don't know. I'd have to try it out and see. I kind of want to now. But if you have one of these and you have some tips, tricks, things that you want to pass on, let me know. Otherwise, I don't really have much else to share on the Santa Cruz. This is a 2024, and this is how they come. $40,000, give or take, depending on what market you're in. And you get some pretty nice options, all the safety features at least, and a nice little peppy, capable, all-wheel drive vehicle. So, something to consider. But like I said, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I will see you on the next episode.